the events in The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion and The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part in the story within the compelling history and deep lore of the Elder Scrolls franchise. Designed to be played exactly the way you want to play, you can start wherever you like, with no level restrictions and no subscription required. This massive world is yours to explore, alone or with friends. Choose a favorite location, storyline, and jump in. From the capital cities of Three Alliance to the magical Somerset Isles. From the Khajiit territory of Elsewhere to Morrowind, the home of the Dark Elves. From frozen Skyrim to the endless swamps of Blackmarsh, adventures everywhere. Are you ready? Or your options for creating and personalizing characters in the Elder Scrolls Online are almost without limit. Choose from 9 different character races, available as an add-on. Select from 6 unique classes and use them to fill exactly the role you want. To create a high elf sorcerer who wears the armor and wields dual daggers for close combat? Why not? Maybe a red guard dragon knight who prefers light armor and improve your character, then master and customize your skills to match your style of play. As you explore the world, keep an eye on shards. For every 3 of these rare crystals you collect, you earn a bonus on your character. The in-game skill advisor provides recommendations for the best spend your points at each level, based on the different roles available to your character. And you can always reset your skills and reallocate your points whenever you visit a major city, so you can build and play the exact character you imagine. Go anywhere. Do anything. That's the freedom presented in the Elder Scrolls. The game sells your character to the content, so explore any dark cave or mysterious forest that intrigues you. Adventure on your own, or with friends, even if those friends have wildly different levels or belong to different alliances. Dive into the rich and varied story content as a solo player, or join a group to take on the most dangerous dungeons and boss monsters in the world. During your character creation, select one of the 3 alliances competing for power in this era: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Ebonheart Pact, or the Aldmeri Dominion. Each alliance features a unique and compelling storyline. But your choice never precludes playing with friends of different alliances. The Elder Scrolls Online is designed so you can travel anywhere at any time, no matter your level or alliance. Tamriel is a dangerous place. When you cannot sneak or talk your way out of conflict, you have to fight. The Elder Scrolls Online features an action-based combat system reminiscent of the classic Elder Scrolls games. Use your skills, special abilities, and a combination of light and heavy attacks to defend yourself and your allies while you obliterate your foes. Unleash powerful synergy attacks when fighting as part of a group, and use block and dodge to reduce damage and avoid enemy attacks. If you prefer sneaking to direct combat, you can use stealth to evade detection around obstacles, or even set yourself up to unleash a potent surprise attack. Even the best solo player needs a little help now and then. Use the group and activity finder and the friends list to team up with other players for a dungeon or other adventure. The Elder Scrolls Online community is extremely welcoming to new players and invites them to join in. Our players go out of their way to help new players and show them the ins and outs of adventuring in Tamriel. This is especially evident within player guilds, a great way to meet others and develop lasting relationships that enhance your game. Join a guild to trade resources, tackle group content, or simply chat about the latest revelation of lore. There are also in-game guilds your character can join to receive new skill options and special rewards. The Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, the Dark Brotherhood, and Thieves Guild are all accessible through story content. And for a real challenge, join the Undaunted and earn a unique skill line and extra rewards for Taruk dungeons. Dungeons present some of the most difficult and dangerous content available in the Elder Scrolls Online. From the small dungeon delves that challenge solo players, to group dungeons that require 4 players to take on, to the ultimate 12-person trials. These strange and wondrous places offer amazing visuals, complex battles, and compelling opponents unlike anything else in the game. Once you're to the 10th level and you have a better understanding of the game, the Elder Scrolls Online gives you the option to participate in a variety of player versus player, or PvP, content. Duels offer a more intimate PvP experience, where you can test your skills or try out a new character build in one-on-one combat against another player. Battlegrounds present short, intense combat as 4-person teams take on 15-minute battles to earn achievements, experience, and special rewards. Alliance wars are large-scale battles where the 3 alliances fight for control of the imperial capital of Cyrodiil. With siege weapons and massive armies, fight to capture and defend keeps and win the day. While you adventure and explore, to collect the valuable resources you find scattered throughout the world. These items can be used to craft weapons, armor, food, potions, and accessories that you can use to improve or further customize your character. Develop your skills in one or more professions and improve them by completing specialized crafting writs. The professions include alchemy, blacksmithing, enchanting, clothing, woodworking, provisioning, and jewelry crafting. The Elder Scrolls Online provides players with the ability to own and personalize homes for their characters all across Tamriel. Homes can be acquired by completing quests, purchased through the Crown Store, or bought with in-game gold. Houses consist of single-room abodes to multi-chambered mansions. But nothing beats the opulence or grandeur of a manor house, complete with luxury accommodations for your character and up to 24 guests. Home ownership doesn't end. Craft furnishings and accessories to personalize, improve, and decorate your home. There's never been a better moment to jump in and start playing the Scrolls Online. With access to a multitude of adventures all across the width of Tamriel, and the freedom to play wherever and however you like. It's time in your Elder Scrolls story.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Welcome to ESO News. Hopefully, you guys are having a great time as we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of ESO. Here today in Amsterdam, there's going to be some live action going on over in Amsterdam. You guys are going to be super, super excited about the celebration going on, and there's a lot of things going on. There's some daily login rewards you can look forward to, and also the game some of you kids have been waiting for. Getting closer, so tantalizingly suspenseful in castles. Got some new improvements in castles coming in. You guys are going to be super excited about that. If you're on your Steam console today, you're going to be receiving some dry wax. It's going to be awesome to where you can get over into rosin and increase your gaming ability with your crafting skills. Something like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go off the screen and get ready to go into Amsterdam. Hopefully you'll join the adventure with me here. I've got the stray dog with me. If you got some donuts, eat a donut. If you got some coffee, drink your coffee. And if you have your orange juice, make sure you drink your orange juice. I'm going to take a quick break here. We're going to get into the celebration. Hopefully you're having a good day. This is going to be some exciting stuff. I'm so excited about castles getting improved. Some pretty sweet stuff. All right, let's get to Amsterdam.
Online and buy a console, you actually had to go camp for a console. So I was camping out at Costco overnight for 360.
Worth it though, right? Worth it.
It was worth it, I know. All right, so obvious fantasy, MMOG, we're leveraging the existing IP, which is the Elder Scrolls. You probably had some really interesting conversations with Pete, with Todd Howard, just trying to figure out kind of what to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, and this is the first time Todd's name's coming up here, but obviously he was involved in the discussions to get hired. But really, Todd went to his team and said, hey, we're doing this thing. We're going to start this new group. They're going to work on our IP, and you're going to help this new group, which was great because it was exactly the right message to send. So I actually spent the first 3 months of my job at Bethesda working with Todd's group. I actually sat in the basement, which is where his the BGS crew was back then.
I mean, that's where we all were.
Yeah, right. In the basement down in the dungeon, and I sat there for 3 months, and we worked with them on the IP. How can we make a great, not only MMO out of this, but how can we make a great Elder Scrolls MMO out of this? And so, that was what eras the game set in. This is why ESO set 700 before Oblivion. We all looked at the time, had some lore, but not a whole lot. And Todd was like, you need to be able to tell your own stories, create your own characters, work on that lore yourself. So we're going to give you this chunk time, and so that's where that came from. We set the alliances in the Alliance War, based on kind of the geography of Tamriel, and made the decision to turn Cyrodiil into a giant battleground because it was a time when there was a lot of warfare in Cyrodiil and the lore that existed. So then obviously Pete and I spent a lot of time together figuring out how the IP will evolve and how are we going to represent the IP in an online world, which was very, very, very single player up until then. And no Battlespire doesn't count, if anybody actually plays Battlespire. So.
They didn't. You look, not a single person said anything.
Yeah. This one guy laughed, though.
But that was a lot of it, right? Which is, as Matt said, BGS is deep into Fallout 3 development when this conversation is going on. Todd is also aware what the team is doing next, right? He has an idea. It's called Skyrim, like, here's the high-level pitch, Conan the Barbarian in the mountains and snow fighting a dragon. And so for Matt to be able to have a space and to understand, hey, what am I actually allowed to do that doesn't change the rules for when you decide you want to make your game, or vice versa, right? Like, God forbid, as it turned out, I come out after Skyrim, right? Like, this all lore-wise has to be consistent and not box anybody out from
the two rules were Second Era and no dragons. So it took until 2019 for us to get dragons in the game with Elsewhere, and that's because of Skyrim.
So we know that you had to stick to the original races from the Elder Scrolls, but was there any other kind of requests that they asked you to do to avoid sort of breaking or bending anywhere?
It was more stay on Tamriel, right? And Tamriel, for all of you know, all Elder Scrolls experts, is a continent. It's not the new land at Tamriel, but you can go to all the planes of Oblivion that you want, which we ended up doing, and of course, we actually added a new Daedric plane, which was awesome, which we were allowed to do. So, since Oblivion is essentially infinite, we have a lot of leeway there.
I mean,
like this now, and just wow, like this place is amazing. The care and attention to detail from the game that everybody from the studio to Bethesda, from John Landry to Jordan to Ryan. I mean, it takes a lot of this work. It's not just, hey,
Looks like we're having some technical difficulties. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your drive here today. I'm going to flip off the screen here and get ready here, and we'll just kind of concentrate on castles. That'll give you something to do while the drive here for a couple of hours, and to where you can look at castles for a little bit. So just to prepare you, if you don't want to look at the picture for a very long time, because that'll make your eyes all dizzy and stuff. So just forewarn you, this is going to be very pretty. You guys are going to love this. Getting ready for castles, as this is a new development in the game. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go off of the screen. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the drive. I'll be in there in a little bit. Hopefully you have a good one. Hopefully you're enjoying your drive here today. We're having some technical difficulties over in Amsterdam. And as we're having some technical difficulties, looking into the Elder Scrolls Castles, this is the newest information for castles available today. This is going to be great when castles gets in. I'm so excited for castles to start being able to be played. I'm just going to explain this here before castles actually does start running in all the cell phone devices that have Google Play capability. This is a great thing. What I'm going to explain here, when this is available for me particularly, I'm going to explain this really quick to some of you guys that might not understand. You can't play it on a Nintendo Switch. You can't play it on an Xbox. You can't play it on a PlayStation. You can play over on an Android or an iPhone. What I'm going to explain here when I start playing the game on Chromebook, which is considered a PC, still the same mentality. What I'm going to have to explain is that cell phones are the necessary thing to being promoted. Just because castles will be able to be played over on Chromebook, for example, doesn't mean you're going to want to play castles all the time on your PC or your Macintosh. What I'm explaining is for those of you that have an iPhone or an Android, you're going to want to play it on one of those devices. And quite possibly in the future, for those of you guys that are interested in Engage, that is another avenue where castles can get in. So the actual developers of castles can look forward to possibly doing some business over with Engage. That's really going to be really fun thing. As we're gearing towards some of the other game series in Elder Scrolls, that's not a real well-known cell phone device, the Engage. So just got to explain to you, the prices have fluctuated, and so I'm not going to get too much into that. So I'm just really happy that Castles has a video available for you guys to see. This is groundbreaking work, seeing Castles. I just have to explain this because Castles should already be functioning in iPhones and Androids fully already. So with that, I'm going to take a quick break. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the drive and getting ready for Castles. Just got back here. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your drive and enjoying the celebration that's going on with Elder Scrolls. It's having 10 years in ESO. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I think Little Old Castles, well, I thought Castles was going to go down the drain. Seriously, I honestly thought Castles was going to go down the drain. However, we have new information on Castles, and it's a great thing. This always goes down the line where one group started Castles, they quit, and then there's a new group in doing Castles. Let's see how this works. This is a beautiful thing. Those that are in the second group that are working on Castles, you've got to understand, if you can hear this and see this, you've got to understand that you have to go through the order, the line order, and you won't actually make a whole lot of money. Just to let you know, I'm going to explain how you have to go through the line in both Vesta and Zeus in order for the game to be played. You got to link up with Zeus. Link up with Zeus, then the game will play. You're not going to make a whole lot of money like right away. You will be able to get a good monthly salary. However, you're not going to be making the big bucks like you would have thought. Well, when we get into the next chapter, we're going to be gearing towards more things in Elder Scrolls. I'm further down on the line getting paid. It's kind of boring, like waiting. And so we've got castles to look forward to. Yay! And the next chapter of Gold Road. If you're getting ready for Gold Road, what kind of castle do you see in castles? Do you see the castle in Anvil? I was there one time, but I couldn't stay there. I couldn't stay in Anvil for that long because I was not meant to be in Anvil. So you can kind of understand how it's kind of ironic to how I know these things. And you will find out in a little bit of how I know how these things work. Very, very interesting. So those of you guys in castles, link up with Zeus and put that information in for Engage so we can get Engage growing. iPhone and Android, most people have an iPhone or an Android. And when you look at the gaming, you if you're a developer and you look at it, it's like nobody's buying castles. Nobody's buying. No one is buying castles. I mean, look at the search engines throughout the internet. You look at that and you're like, hey, we can make this as a monthly payment. No, you can't. You can't put a monthly payment because ESO is where the monthly payment is. And so what I'm explaining further for you guys that just play the game, you're going to want to pay for the in-app purchases inside of the game for Castles when Castles is fully available. This is going to be a really, really fun game to play. As you see, I'm sure, like the old girl moving around the broom, trying to get that wand working, get that Elder Scrolls magic working. I know you can do it, girl. I know you can do it. If you ever in Elder Scrolls, there is an iconic figure that's inside of castles. She is full of love. And the real iconic figures that exist, well, it might give you a sweet roll even. So with that, I'm going to take a quick break here. Hopefully you guys are having a good drive. I'll be right back. just got back. Just like Folo said, you can't get rid of me that easy. Have you ever heard that, Gina? Can't get rid of me that quick. So the story's coming out further on when we were in the semi truck. The semi truck driver, there was little space going into the McDonald's. There was at least 500 of us in the back of the semi truck. It was awesome. You know why? We were playing Elder Scrolls. That's what we were doing inside of the semi truck while we were waiting to get McDonald's. You're like, I can't get into that car. There's too many. Dude, the car's already all full. Have you ever gone to a football game before? Or maybe you're thinking, I'm going to go to the rugby game. Now you're going to the soccer game tonight, and you are going to watch the team win. It's kind of like that. You go in there like, why am I going with these people? Because those are the people that are going to help you grow in life. And that's the purpose of us growing in castles. We can grow all sorts of castles. Grow the castles. And a little teaser. Or going into castles. The goat was outside the patio yesterday. It was chilling outside of the patio, if you can imagine, up on the ledge. This is a goat was chilling outside in the windowsill of Sweetwater Cascades. The goat is loving castles. You just can't see the goat yet. We're getting there. We're going to get in there. Where do you think Castles is going? What location is Castles built upon in Tamriel? Well, obviously we have the iconic figure of Mara that is known, as you can see in the picture here. We have a couple more pictures of the characters. Or are we going to have some Argonians? Are we going to have some Bretons? Are we going to have some Nords? We're going to have some High Elves, Dark Elves, Red Guards, some Khajiit kitties. I'm sure there will be a lot of Khajiit kitties in the game. There's probably a huge flock of cats that are like gearing to get inside of the castle. What castle will you be able to build in castles? That's going to be awesome. Maybe you see the old girl waving her broom around, trying to sweep up the mess that came into the castle. And somebody goes in or people going like, why were you waving that wand around? I was just trying to clean up the dirt that was flying around in the air. Like, what? I was like a tornado coming over to the castle. You're like, that is not a lady. That is a little girl. That is a little girl waving around her wand. Just keeps on waving her wand. And just keeps on waving her wand. Because she likes to wave the wand in castles. Now, what are you going to do, little boy? What are you going to do? Like, I'm going to take out that storm cloud. You see it? You do. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here. Hope you guys are enjoying the drive and getting ready for castles. I'm super stoked about castles. I want to play castles right now. Oh yeah. I'll be right back. All right. I can't resist. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes when you get into something, you're like, and then the other person's like, "Hey, you need to get out of there. Hey, you're not. Hey, that's a kid's game. Hey, that's a kid's game. You're not supposed to be in there." Are you a little kid? Of course you are. Guess what? The big kids have to get the stupid little buttons working so the kids can play. Castles is going to ignite. I know it. Nintendo will be jealous. You'll see. Nintendo will be jealous that they can't play castles. They will. You'll see. They're like, why can't we play castles? Then what we have to say, it's for mobile. It's for mobile. It's for cell phones. Castles is for cell phones. Like, oh, well, hey, can we get that on the Switch? No, you can't, because you can play Blades. Or do you guys remember Blades? That might be an old game for you guys. You might think like, how are you gonna? It's like we're going back to Rivenspire. No, we're not going back to Rivenspire. We're going to Rivercrest. They're like, no, it's not Rivercrest. No, it's not Rivercrest. It's Crestwood. Does castles have Crestwood? Very good, good observation, Kimosabi. Crestwood is being developed, and I'm hoping that Crestwood is going to be in castles. That's the hope. I'm building up Crestwood over in Blades, and some of you guys, hopefully, you'll be able to see Blades. It's not available on the Chromebook, or I'm assuming PC as well. It's kind of maddening. Like why can't Blades be seen on a Macintosh? That sucks. Not really. All right. I'll explain a little bit what's going on. With castles, it's kind of the same line of thought with Blades, because I have the game in iPad. However, Blades will not play because there has to be a cell phone number in there. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully, you guys are understanding a little bit more of why this is some serious stuff. No, this is a really fun game, but it's also a serious issue with cell phones. The cell phone that I have in Android doesn't receive or send out phone calls, and it's paid each month. So I'm not sure exactly how that exactly works because in Apple, and this is some good learning experience for you kids to understand how important it is to know that games can't be played on every device. What I'm explaining with on the iPad, for example, is you have to have a working cell phone number in order for the game to work. So I've tried to explain that, but that explanation has not been understood yet. So hopefully this is being understood a little bit more on how we have to get castles running so we can get the other game running as well. Those of you guys that are truly inputting the correct information in for castles, have to understand how important it is to get those buttons pressed to where we can play the game, because we can move forward. And moving forward, we can understand how Elder Scrolls works a little bit better with the study of animations. Hopefully, you guys have learned a little bit. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Okay, just got back here. I'm gonna explain a little bit here really quick with what's going on, of what has happened to me, and I kind of see the concern of how we have to have a cell phone number, but we also have to have non-working cell phones or non-working Androids that function properly. I'm gonna take the castle screen off here really quick. So just to kind of explain to you guys of what's going on. Okay, the picture of me off and take the castle's picture off. So I'm just going to explain here really quick. These are three. I'm using three devices, for example, to show you guys of what needs to happen, of what has happened. I've got the iPad right here. Let's see here. Now the problem here, I'm going to show you guys what's going on inside of the settings here. This is right here. This is the iPad, and it's connected through what's called Wi-Fi. And this is not a technical cell phone. However, it's connected to the internet through what's called a router. And so I'm going to explain a little bit further of what has happened. This cell phone, for example, this is a 2017 Android, but it's gotten bugged a little bit. And so I'm working a little bit on the cell phone in here. There's another cell phone that was given. See what I'm saying? The government has given me a cell phone just like this, an Android. This is an Android, and what I'm explaining here, this cell phone, this is a paid cell phone. The other cell phone Android that looks like this Android is a government phone and should be working, should be functioning to where we can download castles and it works. So what I'm explaining why we need cell phones, and I'm not for sure why, and others that are getting involved with this, they're not understanding as well. We have to have the communications both with, you know what I'm saying? This right here is an iPad. This is an Apple product. See it right over here? This is a Microsoft product. This is an Android. See what I'm saying? Both the Android and iPhone have to connect together in order for the game to work, to make the system work properly. And so the third device that I'm presenting is what the government has given me. This is an Android device. This is a pretty brand new device that has been given to me, and this is of what you guys has come from this device, which is a brand new device. This is what has come in from that screen right here with the Elder Scrolls Castle. The spinning motions and the animations that you guys see in here with the Elder Scrolls Castles. So I'm going to go off of the Castles screen and I'm going to explain a little bit more about what's going on. Okay, so showed the iPad and showed the cell phone. This is an Android, and this is an Android. See what I'm saying? This is a different kind of Android. This is what new technology is coming in with, or where we're going to be able to build bigger Androids. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be able to build Android computers. And so what I'm explaining here with this device just as much as I'm explaining with the cell phone, we have to have the connections work. The cell phone doesn't receive or send calls. The monthly payments are being paid each month. However, you guys cannot send a phone call message to me or a text message. You see what I'm saying? We have to have the cell phone numbers working properly for castles to almost be working. See what I'm saying? We're going to want some of the devices, such as PC and Macintosh, to actually fully function castles. A mere cell phone cannot hold the capacity to run the complete game of castles to another device, such as a PC or a Macintosh. What has to happen is the Macintoshes and PCs have to have the full version of castles in order to fully transmit the message back to the Android and the iPhones. So what I'm explaining with that is we need to get these functioning wirelessly, and that is happening right now. The cell phone is not currently fully functioning. The cell phone works off of what's called Wi-Fi, and so this is the two forms of what I'm talking about, where we've got some issues, but we're growing from the issues that have been brought towards us. You see what I'm saying? We're fixing the puzzle piece. And so what I'm explaining with the cell phone, for example, is we need the cell phone to be able to. We need your cell phone. If you have a government cell phone, you want your government cell phone to work. You'd be like, if you can't receive a phone call, you're like, wow, why is that not working? You complain, and then the system, the cell phone starts receiving phone messages. For me, I'm not for sure if the cell phone, if that's going to go in right away to where the phone messages can start working again. Not sure why that went away, but maybe this was a test of sorts, to where we learn more about the system that has been given to us, and to where we can build new devices from the devices that have been bugged. You see what I'm saying? In the device right here, the new Android that came in was bugged. And now the new Android right here that I'm holding in my hands is now fully functional. You see what I'm saying? This is not running off of the direct line or from the Wi-Fi that's in from the router. You see what I'm saying? There's a different signal that is coming in, and in order for us to get those signals over into a thing like a router, we have to use the main tower to have the connection. Somehow the switches were being bugged to where we couldn't even get a signal, and now we're having a signal. I'm going to show you here really quick of what this looks like inside of the big old Android. This is not a cell phone per se, but it is an Android. And so this is what the picture that you saw before with Elder Scrolls Castles. So not for sure why this isn't moving now. It's just a still picture with castles. Not for sure why the animations aren't spinning. However, I'm gonna go back in here really quick. There we go. So went back over into Vesta, and we have the screen working. This is what the new Android that you guys might know about. This is what the real Castles video presentation of the game looks like. All right, so that went off, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put on the Castle screen again, as this is being presented for you guys over in Elder Scrolls Test. You can check this out over on theelderscrolls.com, and you'll be able to see see castles. And this is our actual video feed for the future playing of the game. You see what I'm saying? This is all we have currently to show for a continual gameplay for the game of castles. And so I kind of explained the system, the networking system here in a nutshell. So hopefully you guys are understanding a little bit more about what's going on where we need castles to run. So we can get our cell phones communicating more. So both Vesta and Zos can communicate between each other. You see what I'm saying? Both sides have to be able to connect to each other. We could just put it as Vesta is taking care of Macintosh and Zos is taking care of PC. It would be easy as that, as somebody just saying, "Hey, that's what I'm using. That's what is going to be." It can be easy as that. However, it's not so easy because we have to get the game playing. And so with the game being written as it's a mobile game, we have to go with the mobile devices such as cell phones. When we think of mobile gaming, we think of just Androids and iPhones. And for those that are getting more involved in Engage, that's a good avenue to getting castles in. You guys might have thought Nintendo Switch was a good idea, but Nintendo Switch is not a good idea for castles because the game genre for the devices are cell phones. So hopefully that explains that. Hope you guys are having a good drive. I'm going to take a quick break here as we are getting ready for the 5 o'clock hour here locally and getting ready for the game later on. Hopefully you're enjoying castles. Welcome back to ESO News. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your drive. Switching over into back with what the daily login rewards. If you missed out what the daily login rewards here today for the Steam console, you are going to be receiving some 5 wax today by logging into your account. Over in Xbox, you guys are going to most likely receive, because I don't remember what yesterday was, I think it was a soul gem that will help you revitalize another player in the game or your companion that you have in your game that you play with, whatever that companion might be. This is some great stuff here. Looking into the daily login rewards, as this is seen every day, and so this is something we can definitely trust on what we're going to be able to what we're going to be receiving each day. It's kind of hard to speak about some of these things because sometimes the system kind of gets a little fuzzy when we can't connect up. And so I'm showing here in Steam for what we will be receiving, what we're supposed to all receive each day. That's an important thing to log into your game each day. That's going to help build the game for you, not only for yourself, but others as well. I'm going to take a quick break here. If you guys are having a good drive, I will be right back. Just got back here. The drive is almost over. If you guys want to check out the game night here tonight, that's going to be a great thing. And follow along over at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're checking out a soccer game or a baseball game, that's going to be some fun stuff also. And if you're not doing that, go check out the game night tonight, 7 o'clock. It's going to be some fun stuff. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch over back to Castles, because Castles is a sweet, sweet game. Well, I'm really getting into Castles already. It's an awesome thing. Hope you guys are enjoying and have enjoyed your game news thingy. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So hopefully you have had a good day, and yeah, tune in here later on. Let's get back here. The kiddos don't have to be all scared now. You know why? Because you have Mother Relia to kind of look to, so you don't have to be so scared of some of those scary pictures you might see. It's not so scary. It's scary for some when you're going through those hard obstacles in life. That's what Elder Scrolls is about. Going through those tough obstacles in life. You'll learn virtually almost anything in Elder Scrolls. And so with that, I'm going to go off of the screen. All of you guys have learned a tremendous amount more about Elder Scrolls. I learn something new every day. Hopefully you do too.